I have a complete set of Society of Medalists, which is about 137 medals. It takes me 2 or 3 hours just to set the exhibit up. Most coins are art in your hands, there's no question about it. We've signed up front well over several hundred already, brand new members. Hi, I'm Thomas Uram. I'm president of the American Numismatic Association. My term's 2023 to 2025.
And where are we and what are we doing?
We are at the Cobb Galleria Center here in Atlanta. Beautiful day, wonderful attendance yesterday, second day of the show here in Atlanta.
Awesome. How has it been so far compared to other shows?
As the National Money Show goes, I'm getting good positive feedback from the dealers and collectors. We're giving away a special challenge coin for National Coin Week as well, so we have a lot of people excited about receiving their free item when they come into the show. But from an attendance point of view, that's pretty good.
Yeah, good. How is it running a show of this size?
Well, the staff pretty much and the convention committee pretty much run the show. All the logistics, Sam Joseph pretty much in the convention committee, and basically it's a full team effort from the front line of them all working, and then we have our in-person board meeting here at the National Money Show, and we have it at World's Fair Money, and we had it at the Fun Show. So we have 3 in-person board meetings as well at those 3 venues. But no, it's a total team effort, and it's a large undertaking. It's a very expensive undertaking. This is kind of a lost leader for us. We are a nonprofit, so we actually do lose some money producing the show, but it's for the betterment of the community of numismatics and dealers and collectors alike that we have the National Money Show.
Yeah. What are some of the highlights of this show?
Well, a number of the highlights are, of course, we're all about education, so that's first and foremost. So we have a lot of money talks with really great speakers that are in the program that people can go and hear talk of interest that might be their particular interest. And even if it isn't their interest, a lot of people go and learn something new on a different angle. Also, we have our collectors exhibits, some great exhibits by individual collectors who put a lot of time and effort into the educational process through coins, whatever the topics might be. I saw a number of great ones back there, including one on chemistry, where it had the chart, and all the coins were of different elements in the element chart. I thought to myself, I'd do much better in chemistry if I had related it to coins like this person did in that exhibit.
Yeah.
So you can learn through coins, even if it's chemistry.
Very cool. Was that your favorite exhibit?
Well, there are a lot of great ones back there. That one I happened to judge, so I kind of, saw it even more so than some of the other ones. There's some great Coca-Cola exhibit back there, since we are in Coca-Cola country. A lot of artifacts. I just had a collector come up and give me a Coca-Cola bottle that was from 1987 A&A, unopened, and a souvenir for our museum.
Wow, very cool. So that's going in the A&A Museum?
Correct.
Very cool. Where is the A&A Museum?
Colorado Springs, 818 North Cascade in Colorado Springs. The museum is there, and library is there, and headquarters.
Okay. Is that something you recommend people go see?
Definitely. If you're in that area, it's well worth it. However, you can go online and you can actually do a tour of the museum. We have won an award for our virtual tour. It's 360 dimensional, and even if you can't make it to Colorado Springs, you'll experience it.
Okay, very cool. I gotta go check that out.
Yep. Money.org.
Money.org. What's your favorite part about running an A&A show?
Visiting and meeting collectors alike, and just basically promoting what the A&A is and what it's about, and how a collector who is not a member, how they can go to different levels in their collecting experience, and those that are seasoned or veterans or dealers, what they can do through the A&A to enhance their efforts as well.
Yeah, have you talked to a lot of new dealers at this show?
Yep.
Or new collectors?
New collectors for sure. We've signed up front well over several hundred already, brand new members. Our Livia's here. She's doing our new community manager for Facebook and all the different networks that someone like your age goes to and finds out about, and we're hitting record numbers because of her efforts in doing videos and posting into YouTube and Google and so forth. So you're going to be seeing more of that when someone wants to go and search numismatics.
Yeah, good. Is that sort of an aspect of coin collecting you think we need more of?
Well, this was, Olivia joined us about July of last year. It's a new effort. The board put the resources in that were needed to elevate this and capture this part of the market. That's where it is. It's where it's going to be. It's the future. It's where you need to be.
Yeah.
And we have the right person there, and through the efforts of the money talks and getting a lot of videos down, and it's going to be really a good site, and you'll see us a lot more on Facebook and different things.
Yeah, good. So we'll move into some like general numismatic questions.
Okay.
Do you like gold or silver better?
Yes.
Good answer. Good answer.
Yeah, to answer your question, I don't know. I always favored silver a little bit more. Gold's so expensive, especially now. But I think both of them are balanced, just like any other portfolio if you're putting into it. But, that's from the bullion side. So the question would also become, are some of your favorite coins gold or silver?
Yeah.
And so I think I have more favorite silver coins, although you can't beat a St. God's $20 gold piece.
Yeah.
It's a piece of work. It's a piece of artwork. And most coins are art in your hands. There's no question about it. The challenge coin that they just announced has 14 initials of Engravers, and I think the Engravers are our unsung heroes.
Yeah.
And there are some on there that are from the Royal Mint as well as Canada. And then it's for National Coin Week, and it's going to be a contest. You go to money.org. You can guess. You don't have to be a member of the ANA to participate, but the challenge coin is online as well. So you don't have to have a physical one to participate. And there's a number of gold pieces that will be given as for correct answers or drawing. And then we're going to have consolation prizes as well.
Is that something you've been doing for a while, the challenge coins?
This is second year. I did it for my first year as president. The theme for the first year was building bridges, and that had the 8-cent finance stamp on it with the Indian head cent, and I forget the other coin that was on there, but that was the finance stamp. This one has the 29-cent numismatic stamp on it, and it has coins on it as well. It's, I think the real trick, and I've shared with the group, and I'll be happy to share with this group, your group here, is that there are several from the Royal Mint and one from the Canadian Mint. So those are the stumpers.
Okay.
The other ones are American, and the ones from those other international mints they're practicing now. They're practicing now, and I think you'll be able to get them. HW is on there. She was in the Artist Infusion program. She's one of the few that actually did the obverse and reverse design of a commemorative, and that was the Purple Heart.
Okay.
So there's a real good one for HW, and
handful others on there we won't spoil.
That's enough hints.
Yeah.
That's hints on the tough ones.
Good. So I kind of know the answer to this. You're big on designers and engravers, but I'll ask the question. You can answer it. Is there a part of coin collecting and numismatics that is overshadowed that you feel like people need to pay more attention to? We don't really look at the designer.
Right. Well, and
then
that's
that
where
would be your answer.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, every coin started somewhere out of maybe clay or a piece of metal or whatever, and we end up as collectors taking it kind of sometimes for granted when look at the cobs you have here. Can you imagine the fleets that these would have seen, the different waters and oceans that some of these would have come from over the years that you have here in your case? So you go back that far, you go back into those time frames and the shipwrecks and different things. So, that's the whole thing is the collector base is so broad and diversified, yet, it's pretty much niche. People get to the niche that they want to collect tokens and metals. They want to collect shipwreck artifacts. They want to collect Morgan silver dollars. They want to collect Lincoln cents. Everyone, that's the nice part. You gravitate to what your interest is, not only in the coin, but in the history and the art.
Yeah. Do you have a coin collection yourself?
Oh, yeah.
What kind of stuff do you collect?
I've done several exhibits. One exhibit, one of my first was obviously Lincoln cents. My first ANA was in 1975. 76, which was New York City. And that was the 200th anniversary. Now we're coming up on 250.
Wow.
Semi-sanctum here in 2026. I've done a number of exhibits, and I found out doing exhibits, I learned more about my coins than I would have otherwise. So I've had numerous exhibits over the years. My favorite being the 2-cent piece. I did the whole history of the 2-cent piece. It's a wonderful history from 1864 to 1873, and the coins were all great. And it was a tough collection to put together in a high grade, which I did. Also, I have a complete set of Society of Metalists, which is about 137 metals. Takes me 2 or 3 hours just to set the exhibit up, but you're picking up that art in your hand. They're not slabbed, and you're picking that piece of metal up. And Laura Gardner Frazier would have done that piece, or Wyman, or somebody would have done that piece. So Don Everhart, he did all the dinosaurs towards the end of that series, and just great metals. Metals can be a really important aspect of our community.
Yeah. I was just reading up on the Theodore Roosevelt inaugural medal that was designed by George T. Morgan and Barber.
Right.
Which is like two of the most prolific coin designers in the world, and it's on a medal that nobody knows about.
And then look at your debate there with Teddy Roosevelt and Augustus St. Gaudens, right? So there's intrigue all over in the mint world.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have a favorite coin in your collection?
Boy, that's a tough one. All of them, right? They're all favorite.
The answer is yes.
The answer is yes again. I will tell you one thing that I have that's very unusual, and you know, as you grow up and you have different expenses and this and that, you buy something and you think, I should have really been saving that money for something else or whatever. So, you know, it's easy to buy something if you have the money all the time, but what's the real challenge is sometimes you have to buy things that, you know, you have to maneuver and try and figure out different ways to pay for this stuff, right? It's kind of like we're addicted, you know. But I did buy, 10, 15 years ago, an 1865 2-cent piece, 65 red, small motto.
65 red for a 2-cent piece? That's pretty cool.
For 2-cent piece. But the real kicker is it's in the old holder for PCGS, the real long retro holder.
Like the big green one?
The big green one. And you know, most of those coins were from there were only like 900 of those, and 750 were for the Israel coin, you know, that I think Danny Thomas had on that one. But the old green holder, it's in that, and that's probably one of my favorites.
Any words of advice for new collectors?
Just join your local coin club, join the A&A, and get a red book, and learn. Educate before you buy.
Educate before you buy.
And you know, a lot of people are out there willing to help. Team up with a dealer that you can trust and a dealer that's willing to help. Dealers are always willing to help, I have found. Coin clubs, there's always people there that are willing to help. Go and learn and go online now. You know, back then when I was you only had the coin club, you know, you couldn't go online or whatever. And you had the advantage of going online, going to the reading room that Caleb has for the Numismatics, and there are articles and there are all kinds of networking people that you can ask questions to.
What are some ways that people can get involved with the A&A? Via volunteering, or maybe joining staff, or just any ways that they can help out with the A&A?
One of the easiest ways is when we do have our coin shows, just like here, you see everyone here, the Georgia Numismatic Association and the local club here all have shirts on. They're all volunteers, and they all help out as far as facilitating. So you would do that. Easiest way to volunteer for a show is to be part of a local coin club that it will be hosting a show and so forth. Now, that's kind of few and far between, but you can also volunteer at local coin clubs. You know, it doesn't have to be the A&A. You can, you know, volunteer that way, and you can really experience the whole atmosphere of a club. Volunteering really is a great thing to do as far as a learning curve, and you really see how things happen at a show.
Any other things you want to say, mention, or plug before we wrap things up?
Nope, I think that was great. Appreciate the interview.
Awesome. Thanks, John.